Oh, shit. What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing? Hello, Bully. How are you? It's Tuesday, which means we're doing another Pokemon solo run. And as you may have seen already, we're doing Raticate today. Actually, let me pull up the thing, the sheet. Because we've done Rattata, We've done Rattata. We've not done Raticate yet. Raticate is a new one for us. Where's Rattata? Rattata. All right, so bam. Let me move this over here. So Rattata right here. Almost 9 hours in game time, 46 deaths, just over 3 hours in real time, and we had to get him all the way up to level 79. So we had to get an extra 10 levels to be able to beat the game. Raticate should be better. Could be better, right? It is the evolved form, but we shall see. We shall see. Oh, you know what? I've actually been meaning to check this. I have down here, in total, over every run, so the 119-ish runs that we've done, I have died 4,233 times. Weedle is still roughly 1/4 of my deaths in over 100 runs. Weedle is still nearly 1/4 of our deaths. Very interesting. Okay, so yeah, let's minimize that. So first off, as always, we're going to go through his stats. We're going to go through his moveset. We're going to see what he has available to him. Make a basic plan. And then we're going to hop into it. Alright, stats. 55 HP, 81 attack, 97 speed. We do, unfortunately, have the lower of our two special stats of 50. It would have been really nice if we had had that 70 special. And a 60 defense. So, our worst stat is our special, which is a bit unfortunate, because Raticate does have quite a few very good special moves available to him. Hello, bully. Hello again. Alright, so, moveset. We start off with Tackle, Tail Whip, and Quick Attack, which is really, really nice. That means that we will be able to guarantee that we outspeed the Diglett on the Junior Trainer. Even though we have a very high speed, so does Diglett, and this means that we may or may not be able to do that fight earlier than we normally would, right? Because we could guarantee outspeeding. Outside of that, we get Hyper Fang pretty damn early, right? At level 14. 80 base power. I don't think the Hyper Fang has any special effects in Gen 1. Oh, no, it does. Okay. It has a flinch chance. It has a flinch chance. That's true. That's right. That's right. That's right. And then at level 41, we get Super Fang. Which I don't think... I don't believe Super Fang is ever going to be useful to us. I do not believe so. Hi, buddy. You gonna hop up? We have a boy. We have a boy. But beyond that, we have Stab Body Slam, which is incredible. Right? Incredible Stab Body Slam. Get Bubble Beam, we get Water Gun. Ice Beam, Thunderbolt. Dig is going to be incredibly useful, right? So, what does our final moveset look like? It's probably going to be Body Slam, Ice Beam, Dig. Is it going to be Ice Beam, Dig, Thunderbolt? Dig and Body Slam are definitely two of our moves. 100%. 100% Dig and Body Slam are two of our moves. And I think it's either going to be Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, or maybe Ice Beam, Mimic? No, I think it is probably going to be Thunderbolt. Yeah, I think it's Body Slam, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Dig. I think that's the final moveset. Which is really nice because Dig we get in Cerulean. And we can make really good use out of it immediately with our high speed and high attack. Like with Dig available to us, I actually think that Misty is going to be relatively easy. Like a lot easier than she is for a lot of our Pokemon. Because I think that we should be able to, like once we get to Once we gain access to Dig, we probably outspeed the Starmie. And then Dig with 100 base power is just like incredibly strong. Did Eradicate run and this was my final moveset? Yeah, the only difference that I can even think of is swapping out either Ice Beam or Thunderbolt for Mimic. But I don't think that Mimic is going to bring as much value as those do. Especially considering... that Mimic isn't really that great on the champion. Right? Ice Beam for Lance, Thunderbolt for Lorelei. Yeah, and like Ice Beam for... like, Ice Beam kills Pidgeot, Ice Beam kills the Rhydon, Ice Beam kills the Executor, Thunderbolt kills the Blastoise, like... But then again, like, if we look back at this, we only have a 50 special and we have an 81 attack. So, like, I actually don't know if those are going to be outweighed just by stab body slam. Right? That's the other question is, like, does stab body slam just outperform all of these just because of the difference between attack and special? That's the question that I have. Well, because, like, okay, so Body Slam is 85, whereas Thunderbolt and Ice Beam are 95. So they have a base... Like, if we just look at these numbers, obviously Ice Beam and Thunderbolt have an advantage. However, you have Stab for Body Slam. So that'd be, what, 130? So you're then looking at 130 versus 95. And then you have the 81 attack versus the 50 special. So basically you're looking at a 130 with an 81 attack stat versus 190. Right, because they're going to be doubled because super effective. Versus 190 with a 50 base stat. So 130 with 81 or 190 with 50. And then obviously you got to take into consideration the opponent's defenses as well, right? Like, Thunderbolt will always do more damage to Cloyster than Body Slam. Just because of how insane Cloyster's defense is versus its special. Can always run tests? Yeah, we could. But I think I think we're just gonna hop into it. I think it is time to go. Oh, that's not a good sign. All right. Okay, controller is back on. Oh, timer. I almost forgot. All right. Getting started in 3, 2, 1. Oh, no, the fucking emulator forgot that it's supposed to be going fast. I hate when it does that. All right, there we go. Little bit of a delay, but that's fine. We have a new shitty movie that just came out. So we're gonna name him Cobra for Cobra Bubbles, a character that was absolutely assassinated in the Lilo and Stitch remake. Hi, buddy. Welcome back again. All right, so we have Tackle, Tail Whip, and Quick Attack right off the bat, which is actually like a really good moveset to start with, especially since we get Hyper Fang at level 14. Meaning, if we have to get to 14... Kitten, please. We'll tail up once. Fuck it. Oh, Jesus. Words, stuff, things. I feel like we definitely get to level 14 before we beat Brock. So I am going to be fighting all these Pokemon. Any Pokemon that I run into, I'm just going to fight them. I'm also not really going to try to avoid the grass patches, because we want as much XP as we can get. So one thing that we don't have a badge booster. We do not have any boost moves that we can make use of. The only one that we learn is, like, the only boost move that we learn is, Focus Energy, which is absolute trash in Gen 1, right? Because it's bugged. It does the exact opposite of what it's supposed to. That's a problem. Oh, wait. Is this even... One second. It's not even the right cord. It's not even... There we go. I had my fucking controller plugged in with a cord that's not actually plugged in. It's slightly less than useful, I'm gonna be honest. Do I fight the bug catchers? I think I fight this one for sure. Oh, that's right. Tackle has a mischance. Tackle has a mischance. So I actually want to be using Quick Attack because Quick Attack is guaranteed to hit. Well, you know, as guaranteed as any move can be in Gen 1, right? Quick Attack also negates the effects of String Shot, which is nice. Okay. I think we do just fight all three of them. Nice. I actually did not see that much of a difference between my god, we have not taken a single hit yet. They just like really did not want to do damage to me, which I'm okay with. I'm perfectly fine with not taking damage. I'm going to be entirely honest. So yeah, this at level 9, I don't think we would normally be able to beat. I also forgot to buy some stuff, so I'm gonna buy some stuff here. So 5, 2, 2. All right. I'm going to try the junior trainer. I don't think that most of the time I would have any chance of beating the junior trainer right now. But with Quick Attack allowing me to guarantee outspeed the Diglett. Nice, especially with that crit. I'm going to tail whip, I think, twice. Of course, he hits me with a single fucking sand attack and I never hit. There we go. Okay. Sand attack, man. Fucking sand attack, man. Alright, so I think we just go to level 14. I don't think it's worth it to even try Brock until we get to level 14. Once we get to 14 and we get Hyper Fang, I think we beat Brock relatively easily. I am gonna run down and fight Rival 1.5 because fuck it, why not, right? Like, we've seen that fight gives a good chunk of experience. And is actually quite worth doing, honestly. The only real threat is just sand attack, right? Like, that's the... Wait, did I grab this potion? I did not. I was like, I feel like I didn't grab that. Okay, I will save. Because like I said, sand attack is always a threat. Sand attack is never not a fucking threat. I hate it. If we could just not get sand attacked, which we did not, which is great. Okay, so we win. We win. Yeah, Squirtle literally will not be able to do enough damage to me to do anything. Hell yeah. Alright, cool. Nice. I feel like we almost one-shot everything in the forest. Right? Like, we don't quite one-shot the level 5 or 6 Kakuna, but everything else should be a one-shot. Music is somewhat appropriate for this forest. Actually, I just need to swap my moves. I need to swap it so the quick attack is up top. Because I never not want to be using quick attack right now, right? It is just objectively better in every single way than tackle is. Do I one-shot you? I do. Nice. And if I remember correctly... Okay, so we don't one-shot you. Yeah, not even close. Okay, that makes sense. I think Metapod is slightly more defensively statted than Kakuna. I think? I never really looked at them because they're just not Pokemon that I ever really worried about, because we're not going to be using them in these runs ever. But I believe Metapod is slightly heavily more statted on defense than Kakuna is. So if we could kill a level 4 Metapod in 1, then we definitely kill a level 4 Kakuna in 1. Put it to the test. Yeah, there we go. All right, so level 14. So I think the play for Brock is I tail whip the Geodude until I get him to -2, and I just make sure that I keep the Geodude at -2 throughout that fight. And we just Hyper Fang as long as he is lower on, as long as he's at -2, right? And then the Onyx, we just tail whip whenever he's biting, right? Like we normally do. There's level 13. All right, only one more level, and I have more than enough power points to get to that level, so we're not gonna have to go back and I think I actually only quick attack now Weedle. Right? I think we start tackling everything that's not a Weedle. So the reason that obviously the reason that we don't want to tackle is because it's got the mischance. I did not mean to do that. But the only Pokemon that really is a threat, quote unquote, for a mischance is the Weedle, because Poison Sting can poison, and then that's just like a problem for me that I can't really deal with. Well, I mean, I have 2 antidotes, but I don't really want to burn them here. I'm curious. How close am I? 185. Oh, we're like right there. Hell yeah. This brings me down to 125. I shouldn't have used 2 quick attacks there. That were dumb. There's the thing. So that's 96 that we have left. This will be 46. Yeah. So level 5 or 6 Kakuna we get there. So this, yeah, I was about to say, this is just a guarantee level up here. Hell yeah, there's level 14, there's Hyper Fang. All right, now we go fight Brock. Now we go fight Brock. And Stab Hyper Fang is like insanely strong right now, right? Hyper Fang, is Hyper Fang like 80? It's 80, right? Yeah, it's 80 power. So that's a 120 power move that we got right now. That is crazy. All right, so Tail Whip. All right, so that's -1. That's -2. All right. All right, I'm just gonna quick attack to kill. All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right, I'm gonna start quick attacking. There we go. I wanted to not use up all my fucking Hyper Fangs. Okay, there we go. We win. Hell yeah. All right. That was still actually pretty close. That could have gone really badly for us if he had just like kept attacking with the Onyx. We are somewhat frail, right? Like our defense isn't incredibly good. Our HP stat is only a 55. It's actually not that great. And obviously our special is only a 50. So like we definitely have some weaknesses here. This guy is 100% a glass cannon, right? And oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? That was 4 misses in a row. That was 4 misses in a row. By the way, Hyper Fang, 90% accurate. Thank God it was against the Caterpie and not against Brock. Holy shit. That's frustrating. Ladies and gentlemen, the exact reason why I am getting rid of why I hyper devalue any move that's not 100%. This is why I don't grab Blizzard. Like, a lot of times the thought in my head is maybe I grab Blizzard because it's 90% accurate in Gen 1. It's still pretty damn accurate. Yeah. 5 or 6 Spearow. Come on. Not 7. 5 or 6. Not a Pidgey. 5 or 6 Spearow. There we go. We definitely one-shot it if we hit it with anything, so we just got, yeah, there we go. There's my boy. All right. We are going to teach Water Gun. Over Tackle. Tackle literally does nothing for us anymore. We're either going to be wanting to use Hyper Fang or Quick Attack right now. I'm gonna fight this guy. I was debating on whether or not I should. We have water gun, so we should just one-shot all three of his Pokemon very, very quickly. So it's not that much of a time loss. And it does get us an extra level, right? Like, that's basically an entire level's worth of experience that we just got. Let's save. I'm surprised we haven't seen... Well, I guess since we're going to be using Dig on Raticate, I actually don't need to grab anything from here, do I? This is actually really bad. Confusion is really, really bad for us. Are you fucking kidding me? There. Oh my god. I was gonna say, that should be a one-shot. Okay, there we go. I actually don't think that I need to catch anything unless I got a Paris there. Right, because Geodude we only ever use for Dig, and since I'm going to be using Dig on my Raticate, then Dig is not really that necessary. I'm going to fight these two in here. I'm not going to fight Misty right now. I'm just going to fight these two for some extra XP. Hopefully get to level 19 before I fight Rival 2. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. I actually meant to go for Quick Attack there to negate the mischance, but it's fine. Rival 2 I'm a little bit worried about just because Pidgeotto is so tanky. I'm kind of expecting a two-shot with Hyper Fang. Okay, we didn't see... That's really good. We did not see a thing. Sand Attack. Again, I meant to... I'm like spamming A too much. I actually did mean to go for Quick Attack again there so that I could not have a mischance, but whatever, it's fine. All right, this is going very well so far, actually. Surprisingly enough, access to an 80 power move before you get to the first gym is kind of busted. I do think that, so, power point ups, right? Like, normally I don't really use them. I tend to forget about them. Or I tend to be hesitant to use them because I'm like, well, what if I would have used it on this other move, right? Damn, I thought for sure that would be a one-shot. Damn. Damn, 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 damn. We got plenty of health left. I think we just dump every power point up that we get into Body Slam, right? You Quick Attack. We just Hyper Fang these two, I think. Nah, not the Zubat. Damn it. Okay, so the nice thing about these guys is the Machop we Hyper Fang for sure. But we can finally start using Water Gun. and saving some power points on the others, right? Like this guy I want to fight, he's just easy XP. It's basically just free. Well, it's the cost is, you know, like 20 seconds. If that. We just quick attack these guys to death, I think. I want to save some of my Hyper Fangs. We're a little bit low on what we got. Like, how many? I got 5 left. I'm gonna use 1 on the Machop on this. And then that leaves 4 for the final trainer. She's got 3 Pokemon, so this allows for 1 miss. Okay. I would rather have 1 extra. Well, I mean, like, even if we missed and we ran out, like, Quick Attack is still going to make quick work of the Oddishes. Alright, so now we have access to the backyard. I am going to heal real quick because we're very low. We only got 1 Hyper Fang left, and I want to have 2 for the fight. Alright. The really nice thing is we are... So that takes Quick Attack spot. Or does it... I think it might take Tail Whip spot. I don't think that we use Tail Whip ever again, right? Like, that just never happens. Yeah, we haven't used Tail Whip since Brock. And we didn't use Tail Whip before Brock. I'm very curious if Hyper Fang one-shots the Staryu. Do we even use Dig here? Yes, we do. Ah. There. So the Starmie actually still outsped me. Ooh, that was a little bit of glitchy lagginess. Wait, did it? My brain, like, immediately erased the entire fight. Alright, yeah. Bubble Beam is just, like, a strict upgrade over Water Gun. Now, once we get Thunderbolt, what do we teach over it? Like, obviously, Body Slap just replaces Hyper Fang. It's just better in every way. It's more accurate. It has a persistent status instead of a one-turn status. And it's also just stronger as well, right? Like 85 versus 80. I did not mean to quick... Oh, shit! Alright. I didn't mean to quick attack there, but we still one-shot. Alright. Hell, Jesus. Here, let me go in here. Let me sell some stuff, right? Because I still have my Pokeballs. We still have this. Still have the escape rope. Nugget. And then... potions and stuff, yeah. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Let me in. Yeah, I want to burn my Hyper Fangs. Because there's no reason to... they're just free power points at the moment. But I'm not going to be using it against this guy anyway. This guy just gets hit by Bubble Beam. Ah. Yeah. That right there is what I was talking about before. That's what I was talking about before. So despite the fact that Bubble Beam is super effective, I feel like we would have one-shot if we had just hit them with Body Slam. I feel like we just one-shot those guys if we had hit them with Body Slam. We're not learning Focus Energy. No, we are not learning Focus Energy. All right. Surge. How bad is Surge going to be for us? I don't think he's going to be that bad. The only... Oh, wait. Gotta trade the Spearow. I feel like... the Raichu is a little bit dangerous. But then again, like, Stab Body Slam just, like, fucks him up, right? Like, Voltorb is only a very slight problem. Oh, wait, we have Dig. Never mind. We're gonna outspeed and we have Dig. Never mind. This is, like, entirely free. Never mind. This is entirely free. And the fact that I outspeed the Voltorbs, or these Voltorbs, right, is really good because that means that I should also outspeed the one that Surge has. So that means that the only Pokemon that can potentially outspeed me is the Raichu. And I don't think that it does. Right? Like, we're a very high base speed Pokemon. And we got it beat by 4 levels. It's always the top left. Always the top left, except for the times where it's not. So I think we just Body Slam the Voltorb and the Pikachu, and then we dig the Raichu. And I think that that's just game. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, easy peasy. Oh man, how hard is Surge gonna be? Forgetting I have the strong, like, literally tied for the strongest ground move in the entire game. I'm not going to teach Thunderbolt just yet. After this, I'm going to test Quick Attack here. Quick Attack does not quite kill. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Oh my god. Sleepies. I'm so tired after yesterday. So, I had like an 8-hour D&D session yesterday. It was fun as hell until the very end. The very end, my DM, like, this is 8 hours into the session, right? We are all very tired at this point. We're like, all right, we go in, we just want to loot the enemy base because we just, like, fought an entire garrison of Imperial soldiers. Oh shit, this is a fight where Thunderbolt would have been useful. I'm actually going to teach it over quick attack now, before I forget. And as soon as we get into the Imperial camp, which was outside of the town that we were basically defending, my GM starts fucking with us. Like, hardcore fucking with us. We're all tired. And one of my party members does not do well when she gets very tired. She gets a bit snappy. And like eventually I realize, and like he gets blatant with it at one point, that we're dealing with Fae now. And it's like, oh fuck. Dude, you can't drop this on us after 8 hours, my dude. Like, this is not gonna work. None of us have the brain power to deal with this shit right now, man. You can't drop Fae on a party at 8 hours into the fucking session when we were expecting just going down to get some fucking quick loot. Please. So we ended up stopping the session. Where we were, because it was just like none of us had the brain power to deal with it. None of us did. But beyond that, it was a hell of a session. I killed 40 people in one turn as a melee character. It was great. So in this game, I am a centaur. I'm a centaur samurai who primarily uses a halberd as his weapon. We had this garrison. It ended up being like 60 fucking enemies. And we also had our own group of people that were helping us fight. But it was 60 enemies fighting against our people, and they were just fucking wrecking our dudes. Because it was a... Oh yeah, I have dig. Bubble Beam doesn't really do much here, does it? I'm just gonna body slam, fuck it. I had talked to one of the NPCs that we had been interacting with, and had gotten a potion of Giant's Growth. Which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which in the rule set that we're doing, what Potion of Giant's Growth does is it increases you to 3 times your normal size. So think about that. I am a centaur. My character is a centaur. He is 1,000 pounds. He is now roughly 16 to 18 feet tall. Yeah, because he's like just over... he's like almost 7 feet tall. So he's like almost 21 feet tall. Almost 21 feet tall. Weighs 3,000 pounds. Which, actually, he should weigh a hell of a lot more if he's that tall. But whatever. And it doubles my... It quintuples my HP. And triples any damage that I do. So, and because I'm so fucking massive, he gives me what is basically overrun. Which, if you don't know what overrun is in Pathfinder, it is you can just trample people. So I end up my first turn in this fight, I charge through the entire fucking enemy formation, right? And my GM's like, all right, draw a line as to where you want to go. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to fucking charge straight through all of them and hit as many of them as I can, right? It's just what you would do in this scenario. Oh, by the way, I have an amulet. It's called House of Glass. And what it does is any damage that I take is reflected upon the damage dealer. 100% of the damage that I take is reflected upon the person that deals the damage. So not only am I this massive monstrosity of a centaur that fucking could just trample you to death in an instant, any damage you do to me, you take as well. So I trample all of these people, and I roll my damage dice, and I end up doing 168 damage to everything that I hit. Because since I was charging, I was also dealing double damage as well. So I was dealing double damage on top of triple damage. On top of me already doing 7d6 damage because of my insane fucking strength. Just based by being a centaur in this rule set. I wipe out 40 people in one hit. It was incredible. Our fucking mage, he's an evoker mage. He throws a fireball down, takes out like 6 people, and he's like, yeah, I'm fucking doing it, guys. And I'm like, hold my beer. It was so rude. It was so rude. And then I went to the bathroom after the fight ended, which it ended like literally 1 round later. I went to the bathroom. I come back to a fucking elemental rift opening up in our fucking midst. And I'm like, hold up. What the fuck just happened? I went to pee for 45 seconds and y'all opened up a rift to another plane of existence. Hi, Taco. How are you doing? Like, what the fuck are y'all doing here? Cut it out. So yeah, that was another thing that we had to deal with. Jesus. It ended up solving itself. After one of my teammates got sucked in for a minute, died for a second, and then came back with a bonus to basically all of his stats. A permanent bonus to all of his stats. It's like, all right, I don't understand how that happened, but sure. He, like, got fucking, like, Event Horizon, like, fucking compressed down to a single atom, exploded into non-existence, returned into existence, and then, had extra bonus to health and, mana, basically. It was very strange. I'm still not entirely sure what the fuck was going on there. Granted, at that point, we were roughly 7 hours into our 8-hour session, and my brain was already leaking out of my ears. We're just gonna save here before we go through this place, because this place always fucks me up. Oh, I could have fucking... Oops. I could literally have Ice Beam right now, and I'm stupid, and I don't. Do I literally ever use Bubble Beam again? I don't think I do. No, be careful, kitten. Be careful. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave because I do not have enough PowerPoints to deal with this. So first off, I'm gonna go grab the other PowerPoint up. I've been forgetting to do this lately. We're going to use this PowerPoint up on Body Slam, because obviously. I'm also going to use the HP up because I forgot about that. I'm going to use the iron because I forgot about that. All right, there we go. Then we're going to go do my normal shopping stuff. Bye, kitten. Oh, shit. Alright. I'm out of space. Do I worry about paralyzed heals anymore? I don't think I do. Right, because let's see. What paralyzes me? There is the grass types in there that they all die to. Everybody there dies to body slam except for like the victory bell. The victory bell's literally the only one. And we're not going to worry about paralyzed heal after that fight, right? Okay, so we can get rid of the paralyzed heals. Antidote. I don't think I worry about antidotes, right? What poisons me at this point? Nothing. Because it all dies before it does, right? Because we have dig. Anything that can poison me dies to dig, except for... Yeah, no, literally no exceptions. Yeah, everything dies to dig. Okay, the nuggets can go away, obviously. TM18 can go away. Alright, there we go. Fucking move, child. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. No, you don't get another drink. Shut up. So we definitely just teach Ice Beam over Bubble Beam right now, right? There's no reason to ever use Bubble Beam now that we have Dig, right? The only thing that Bubble Beam has over Ice Beam is Bubble Beam hits rock ground types for quad damage, right? Whereas Ice Beam only hits it for double, but Ice Beam just, yeah, it's fucking whatever. It's Ice Beam. Ice Beam's great. Ice Beam's great. We use Ice Beam here. Do I buy calciums? Right, calciums boost my lower special, which we will need to help keep up with our attack stat and make it so that our special actually does stuff. And since half of our fucking moveset is special stuff, by the way, we have our full moveset at this point. I think that's fine. I think it's fine to do that. I think it is entirely fine to do that. All right, let's go back and kill Erica. Hooray. Like, the overwhelming majority of the trainers in this area, they just die to body slam. I think literally only Erica's Pokemon survive. Maybe the Execute. Maybe the Execute. Actually, speaking of my stats, what are my stats? Let me take a look. 69 attack. Very nice. 54 special. Okay, that's actually not that much. Oops. That's actually not that much of a difference. Well, 69, 54. That's a 15-point difference. That is actually a fairly big difference, actually. Yeah. No. I lied. 69 to 54 is actually a pretty big difference. But it's not enough to make up for the fact that Ice Beam is super effective. So Ice Beam should still do more damage than Body Slam right now, I think. I think. We could do science. We could science this. Did I science this? Like, intentionally reset. See, like, use Body Slam, see how much damage it does on the Victory Bell. Reset, come back, use Ice Beam, see how much damage it does on the Victory Bell, and see which does more. Right? Oh, you're rude. I did say that maybe the Execute survives Body Slam. So I was correct in my assumption. I think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna, and I'm not gonna count this as a death because this is intentional science. All right, so first off, Body Slam. How much damage? What was that, about 85%? 85%? Halfway through the two. Halfway through the two is what that just did. All right. How much does Ice Beam do? I'm going to reset after the Ice Beam as well because, well, no, maybe not. Oh my god, that's so much less. That is so much less. Actually, that's crazy. That is our first death, actually. I will count that. Because I did not reset after the Ice Beam science. And basically the same thing would have happened either way, right? Like I was gonna lose that fight regardless of whether I had used Ice Beam or Body Slam. Wait, how many Body Slams do I have left? 4. All right. Okay. That's like actually a big difference. Although Ice Beam has, but Body Slam has a 30% chance to paralyze. We're gonna go with Body Slam here. Ice Beam to finish. Use Ice Beam on Tangelo. It probably mattered. But at this point, yeah, poison doesn't matter. Poison does not matter. Itchy, 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 itchy ear. All right, yeah, Erica keeping up her reputation as being a surprisingly dangerous adversary. Oh yeah, we want to fly back here because I still need to open up Saffron. We need to buy our max repels. Need to remember to do that. Nobody cares. Shut your mace. Shut your face. Shut your mace too. Max repel. I forgot how many I was supposed to buy there for a minute. Swap the helix there so that I keep the rare candies up top. No, not to Vermilion. Okay, so you are entirely free. So yeah, that's what we just saw with Erica is like the thing that I'm worried about with this. That is the thing that I'm worried about. So the fact that I did so much less damage with Ice Beam, which is super effective, than I did with Body Slam, which is neutral, is worrisome. Because, like, wait, what is going to be, where's the threats? What are the threats for the rest of the run? Let me actually think about that for a minute. I did not mean to hit this woman. It's fine. It's fine. Only one extra coke. Jesus Christ, almost ran down into that one too. Just like not controlling my movement very well right now. Koga is very physically defensive, and our best move against him is dig. I think we do a lot of, I think the Muck and the Wheezing are both 2-shots, which does mean that we are opened up to a self-destruct from the Wheezing, and potentially an X-attacked self-destruct from the Wheezing, which would be really fucking bad for us, right? Nice. I actually wasn't sure if that was going to be a one-shot or not. I'm gonna save just because fuck it, why not? So I think that's the biggest threat from Koga, is just the potential for a an X attack self-destruct. Wow, you lived. Okay. No, that's fine. I didn't want you to be one shot anyway. Fucker. Sabrina, I think, is actually going to be a non-issue. I think Sabrina is legitimately going to be very easy because we are incredibly fast. We might... So I'm going to delay going to Sabrina until after Koga so that we have as many levels as possible, so that we have as high a chance as possible of outspeeding the Alakazam. As long as I outspeed the Alakazam, I think we one-shot it with Body Slam. I think Body Slam one-shots her Alakazam. What about Blaine? Blaine, by the time we get to Blade, I think Dig one-shots all of his Pokemon, so I'm not overly worried about him. Do I have any other steroids to take? No? Okay, cool. I think we can take Rival 5 and Giovanni right now, so I'm gonna go there first. Because if I could go there first, that saves me a little bit of time, because I'll have Lapras, which is my Strength and Surf Pokemon. So I do Rival 5, I grab the Lapras. That way, the instant I get down to... That scared me, actually. I forgot I needed to fight this guy for some reason. Stuff. Give me that protein. Give me that protein. I can't believe I went so long in these runs not knowing that that was a protein literally right next to me, which is so useful in so many runs. 10. What was I saying? I completely lost track of what the fuck I was talking about. Oh, okay, so yeah, we grab the Lapras, we go down to Fuchsia, we... Oh, balls. I don't think I need to grab any other items here, so we'll grab that for money. Though I don't really need it, right? Go there. Don't need to go there. Let's, please, movement, tech. Not even tech, just basic fucking movement. We're out leveled by the Blastoise, but I think that that's fine. But anyway, so we grab the Lapras, we go down there. That means that we don't have to go back to Fuchsia to get the rare candy. That's basically what I've been trying to get out of my fucking head this entire time. Oh my god, it's only half damage. Okay, but we outspeed as long as he's not using... Okay, good. Good, 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 good. We will dig just to make sure that you die. Alright, we will Ice Beam. Reflect is really good for us, actually. And we outspeed the Alakazam. That's huge. That's huge. The Blastoise doesn't really have it. Oh my god, I do so little damage to you. But we crit. So it's fine. Alright, that was actually one of the easiest Rival 5s that I've had in a very long time. That was actually kind of crazy. Holy shit. That was so fucking free. Hell yeah. It could have gone really bad if instead of Reflect, the Execute had gone for Stun Spore, which it does a lot. That thing loves to fucking go for Stun Spore, and I hate it for it. But because it didn't, it went for Reflect instead. That was where it became free. No. You do not learn Super Fang. Super Fang is... I would rather one-shot. You know? I feel like choice between doing half damage and doing 100% damage, I would prefer the 100% damage if I'm gonna be entirely honest. Kangaskhan is like really bad special. Get Ice Beam. Ice Beam again. Oh my god, you're still alive. Shut up. Ice Beam to kill the Rhyhorn. Dig to kill the Nidoqueen. Never mind. Holy shit, Nidoqueen's tanky. Okay, so we're now on equal level with Sabrina's Ace. Right. So by the time we go through Koga's gym, we'll have 3-4 levels on her. Something like that, probably. Alright, we are fucking full on items, so we're gonna go up here, we're gonna sell a bunch of stuff, and we're gonna buy some more I'm sorry, I almost said vitamins. Steroids is what I meant. Any elixir, that's Mega Train, get out. No, get out. Earthquake, get out. All right, there we go. I think we buy proteins now. We should be able to use 3 proteins still, right? I should have saved before that because I don't really shop at this point in the game usually, so I don't really know how all that goes. Why am I going into Pokemon? I need the Poke Flute. There we go. Nice. Holy shit. I mean, I guess I am level fucking 42. I love that glitch. That is like my favorite glitch in the entire game. It's so stupid. Damn it, we missed it. No extra full restore for me today. Fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm not upset. Everything is fine. Gonna deposit all of my key items because they're spamming up my fucking inventory. Get out! Get out! Get out! Yeah. I would be absolutely astonished if any of these guys survive. Like, the 38 Hypno is probably the biggest threat in this gym. This motherfucker here. But, yeah. That's kind of what I was expecting. If he had hit me with Psychic, I think a crit Psychic might one-shot. But beyond that, I don't think that he could have really done anything. And all of these guys should just be a one-shot with Body Slam. Yeah. Especially the Cadabras. The Cadabras just, like, evaporate as soon as I touch them. And then for these guys, we're going to dig. Sand Slash, we Ice Beam. And it one-shots. Okay, good. I actually wasn't sure about that. No, and he hit me with a fucking sand attack, you bitch. Such an asshole. Alright. Are you fucking kidding me? I hate this game so much. One sand attack and I missed 18 fucking times. And I sold my fucking paralysis heals because I was like, no, we're just going to one-shot anybody that can paralyze me. But because of sand attack, I didn't want to go for dig because I didn't want to waste 2 turns to just miss. Ah! It's fine. Everything's fine. I could have just used my full restore. But I didn't want to. Yep, okay. You will survive, and you will poison me because you're a fucking dick. Alright, that's fine. That might have been the most annoying move for him to use, I'm gonna be honest. Alright, moment of truth. That's what I thought. Alright, so I kind of figured... You fucking asshole. So that means the Weezing is also going to be a 2-shot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to body slam the Weezing. Yo, the crit. Jesus Christ, Sludge did a lot of damage. And that was before an X attack. Alright. So, yeah, I wanted to body slam first and then go for dig. That way, he wouldn't be able to X attack self-destruct. Right? Like I was saying earlier, that was the biggest threat for Koga, was X attack self-destruct. So body slam into dig negates that possibility. All right. So what is the next, like, major potential hurdle for us? I think it might actually be Lorelei. I think the next major hurdle is going to be Lorelei. Primarily just because our special isn't that great. I don't think we one-shot the Dugong. I think we one-shot the Cloyster for sure. Jinx just dies to... Why am I moving around? I just need to dig out. Jinx just dies to anything, right? Like Body Slam. Jinx dies to Body Slam. And then the big problem is going to be the Lapras, honestly. The big problem is 100% going to be the Lapras. Thing's just too fucking tanky. We don't really have a good way to deal with it. Like, Thunderbolt's going to be probably a 3-shot, is what I would assume. I would assume that the Lapras is a 3-shot. And that's, like, one of the places where I'm like, maybe we mimic. Because we could mimic... Like, if we just mimicked Amnesia... If we mimicked Amnesia, we would be able to easily one-shot the Lapras. Here, let me... That... Hell? Okay, there we go. There we go. Jesus. But yeah, I think everything in Blaine's gym is basically all gonna die to Body Slam or Dig. I'm gonna basically burn all of my Body Slams in the early part of the gym. Against all of the lower level unevolved Pokemon. Like any of the evolved, like the Ninetales, the Rapidash, obviously we're gonna be hitting with Dig. Probably the 41 Ponyta as well. But like, obviously I'm gonna want to hit all of Koga's. I don't know why I keep calling him Koga. All of Blaine's Pokemon with Dig, right? Please stop. Let me grab the rare candy. Please, for the love of God. All right, now, get me out of here. Giovanni's gym. What's the biggest threat? Is there one? Is there a threat in Giovanni's gym? I don't know if there is. I'm actually going to test. No. Okay. So we do want to dig the Ninetales. Okay. That's fine. Just wanted to check. I didn't think that the Ninetales would be that big of a problem for us. Worst case scenario, it hits us with, like, Ember and burns us, and we just have to go back to the fucking Pokemon Center real quick. So we actually are... Hey, bully. Welcome back. Or, I don't know. You might have been here the entire time. I was like, oh yeah, there's people that might be saying things. I've just been like fucking fugue state for a while. Yeah, we dig this. Ponyta's just too high level here. Same for Rapidash down here. Both of these we do. So the one thing is, if I do want to grab Mimic for Amnesia, the question then becomes, what do I replace? Right? What do I replace to get Amnesia? And I think the answer is Ice Beam. and then I can teach Blizzard over it, which is one of the reasons that I haven't sold the Blizzard TM. The other one just being because we haven't gone to a store yet. So, I kind of regret teaching Ice Beam. I'm gonna be honest. I think I should have not taught Ice Beam when I got it. Like, yeah, like especially since it literally did less damage than Body Slam against Erica's Pokemon, which is the reason that I taught it. Oh, you! Oh, the crit! Ow! Jesus. Alright, well, crit takedown from the fucking Arcanine hurts like hell. But we lived, and he's dead. Alright, good miss. Hello, Philemon, how are you doing? Oh, I haven't done fucking not Erica, Sabrina yet. I forgot. I completely forgot that we did Silphco, but we didn't do Sabrina. Alright. At this point, we 1000% outspeed her fucking Alakazam. Like, that thing is so dead. There we go. Okay, so beyond Lorelei, I think, like Bruno's not an issue, right? We got Ice Beam for the Onyxes. We have Dig to avoid counter. Because I don't think Body Slam... I don't know. Does Body Slam one-shot the Hitmonchan? I don't think it does. Hitmonchan's a bit tanky. Fuck you, game. Really? Against a ghost? You Gen 1 missed me on a ghost. Fuck you. Forever. Like, literally fuck you forever. Anyway. Sleepy I am? Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. All right, we're gonna heal up because fuck my life. Okay, so yeah, Dig to avoid counter from the Hitmonchan. I think we just Body Slam the Hitmonlee. It's probably going to be a 2-shot, but... Ooh, Hitmonlee's actually a little bit scary. If we get hit by a high jump kick, that could fucking kill us. Especially if it crits. Bruno's actually kind of scary. Bruno's actually a little scary with this run. Huh. Never actually thought that that would be the case. But yeah, Bruno's a bit scary this run. Agatha's gonna be entirely fucking free. We are going to outspeed. Like, we're pretty fucking fast. We're gonna outspeed her Pokemon. We're going to one-shot her Pokemon with Dig. Except for Golbat, obviously. But Golbat, we just, you know, hit with Ice Beam or something and it dies. I was gonna say, moment of truth. Yeah, easy. Easy win. Lance. Obviously, Gyarados dies to Thunderbolt. I'm actually not sure if Ice Beam or Body Slam are going to do more damage to the Dragonair. Obviously, I want to use Ice Beam on the... What's it called? The thing. The guy at the place with the thing. The Aerodactyl. I want to use Ice Beam on him and the Dragonite. For sure. For sure, 100%. But I think we body slam the Dragonair. Right? Like, I feel like it's going to be similar to what we saw in Erica's gym, where despite being super effective, Ice Beam just doesn't do that much. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to Ice Beam the Nidoking here. It didn't die. It didn't die. It didn't die. No. That's fine. Sand Slash just dies to Body Slam. I'm an idiot. I saw Sand Slash. I said Sand Slash, but my brain was like, oh, Dug Trio. That was stupid. That was dumb. But it didn't matter. Literally never punished. I'm just gonna Thunderbolt you, because fuck you. I'm just gonna Thunderbolt you too, because fuck you. Yeah, I don't think that we one-shot the Machokes here. Like, fighting types, we just don't have a great answer for fighting types. Because we just don't have that good of a special. Right? Like, the counter to fighting type in this game, if you don't have a psychic move, is still to just hit them with a special move. Right? And we just don't have good enough special to one-shot with it. It's not a big deal, but it is what it is. That's kind of what makes why I'm saying that Bruno is actually kind of scary. Because even if we get past all the rest of them, his fucking Machamp, if his Machamp hits us with submission, I think that's a one-shot. I literally think that that's a one-shot. Also, we are like low on health. Holy shit. Champion. Pidgeot's probably going to be a two-shot. Alakazam should be free. We just outspeed in one shot with Body Slam. You alive? If Nidoqueen survive... You know, people say that Nidoqueen is supposed to be like so much less or so much more tanky than Nidoking, but I do barely any more damage against this dude's Nidoking. I don't care. I don't need Fissure. It's a crap move. It's also not one that I can learn. Ugh, let's not do that. Okay, this is going to be a relatively good indicator as to how we deal with the champion, right? We will have slightly better odds against the Executor than against the... Oh, nice. Than against the Execute, because the Execute just has better moves. The Rhydon probably survives that. Nice. Okay, so we just get past that. We don't one-shot the Alakazam. That's scary. That's a good crit, though. Huh. Huh. That's a little spooky, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that the Alakazam survived on like 1 health is like really scary. Oh man, if only this fucking music had played like 45 seconds ago. It would have been perfect timing. Yeah, it's like really hard to say how some of these fights are gonna go. Like I said, Agatha is entirely free. I think Lance is basically free. The champion, Lorelei, and Bruno are all going to be a little bit scary. But, like, it's also only 7:30. Like, that's actually crazy. This run has gone really well so far. I mean, we have only died once to Erica. Literally, only Erica has gotten past us. Versus, what was it, 45 for Rattata? Which, granted, we don't know... I don't know where all those deaths happened. But... they did do a thing. They did happen. God damn it. All right. I don't think that we need... Well, let's try. Let's see. Let's see what we need. I do want to grab as many steroids as I can get. I do think that that is going to be important here. Here, what could I sell? That's Blizzard. Oh, I still have... I didn't fucking... Oh my god, I didn't use these. Alright, so calcium we're done with. Iron we are not. That doesn't surprise me that we're done with calcium. I bought 5 of them earlier, right? Alright, so we're going to keep Blizzard. Just because there's the potential... That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Alright. Oh my god! Let me buy 3, please. Stupid. Alright. Alright, so 2 iron, no more protein. I really wish that we could have gotten more protein, but whatever. Wait. Wait, what? Oh my god, I'm 150 gold short. Fuck you. Only 1 Carbos. Only 1 Carbos. Two HP ups. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Do we get another HP up? No. Alright. Alright. Yep. Alright. Time to go back and do the Elite Four. If this is going to be... This could potentially be just over here in a minute. Holy shit, my game just fucking spazzed. With 4 of those, 2 of those, because I can't buy anymore, and then that's fine. Okay. I think we just burn all of these, right? I think we just burn all of the rare candies. I don't think there's any reason to hold back on these at all. 105 versus 142 between special and attack. And a 161 speed. The 161 speed is crazy good. Okay, so a crit one-shots. A crit one-shots. Huh. It's a 2-shot. It's a 3-shot. Okay. So that's scary as hell because that was about as good a fucking run as I could ever expect. And I still almost died. Right? Like, we crit the first 2 Pokemon to death. And I guarantee you we do not one-shot that Dugong without a crit. Okay, so we won't do one-shot the Onix. It is a 2-hit to kill the Hitmonchan. Okay. It's a one-shot on the Hitmonlee. That's huge. That's huge. Okay, good. 2-shot on the Machamp. It's a 3-shot. Well, not with a crit. Okay. Okay, that's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought the Machamp was going to be a 3-hit for sure. I will use my Super Potion here because fuck it, right? How am I looking on PowerPoints? We're actually looking pretty good. Okay, so Bruno actually wasn't as big of a threat as I thought he was going to be. You bitch. It's like the one thing that I didn't want to see. Okay. Yeah, she's just dedicated to the swap fucking meta right now. Which is fine because that just gives me free moves, but whatever. And then we outspeed. Yeah, we outspeed and we one-shot. Yeah, the only reason that this wasn't entirely free is because she swapped into the Golbat while I was underground. Okay, that's fine. Let's go. Let's do Max Potion. No, Hyper Potion. Hyper Potion. I do not think that we need to... No, because we're not using Dig at all. We don't use Dig at all here. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Wait, does Dig do anything for us in the champion fight? It is super effective against... Ice Beam and Body Slam do the exact same damage right now. That's crazy. Body Slam has a higher chance for a... That's scary. You lived? No fucking way. No way. All right, that's fine. Why did I reset? I should have just taken the XP. I should have just taken the XP. We were... Oh, that sucks. That was actually really stupid. I should not have reset there. So if I had taken the XP, when we got back to Lance the next time, the Dragonairs would have been a one-shot each. Oh, nice. Okay, so we still get past Dugong for free. Cloyster is not a one-shot, but doesn't really do anything. Slowbro is also still not a one-shot. Jinx still is a one-shot. And Lapras... What does Body Slam do? Basically the same. Okay. I'm gonna accept the loss and the loss of money, and we're just gonna keep the XP. I'm so mad at myself for resetting there. That was so stupid. I should not have reset. Fuck. That's actually really bad. My attack just got dropped, which does mean that my special grew. My attack is now down 2 times. I think we still one-shot the G. No. Okay. No. All right. So I think with 1 attack drop, we can still one-shot the Jinx with Body Slam. And 1 attack drop gets us enough to guarantee a 2-hit KO on the Lapras. So now that this has happened, kind of want to growl here. Damn. Growl there would have been perfect. The crit, you fucking asshole. All right. So yeah, this is the problem. This is what I was saying earlier. Lorelei is going to be like the most inconsistent thing, I think. Once we can get past Lorelei more consistently, which requires a little bit of luck right now. It doesn't really require that much. So we got a growl, so that's good. Unless we level up. Oh yeah, the growl also makes it so that it's a guaranteed one-shot against the... Oh, the double growl sucks. The double growl sucks. And we leveled up immediately. Oh, fuck off. Still think Body Slam is the best bet here. We use so many Thunderbolts. All right. Fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Bruno is not as dangerous as I thought it was going to be. Bruno is not as dangerous as I originally thought. We are multiple levels higher than we were last time as well. Okay, crit. That's good. Body Slam was a one-shot even before. Ice Beam still a one-shot. And then Body Slam is still going to be a two-shot. Even through X Defend, which is great. And I took no damage there? Hell yeah. Okay. We should be at least one level higher than we were before. Okay, I was about to say, just don't fucking swap, please. That's all I ask. Just do not swap. All right, there we go. There we go. We're back to where we needed to be. Still took no damage there. That's actually kind of crazy. So 7 Thunderbolts, 5 Digs, 6 Ice Beams, 16 Body Slam. So yeah. Okay. We're fine. We're fine here. We do not need to use an elixir or anything like that. I will use one before I go into the champion, obviously. Thunderbolt, one shots. Duh. Yes. Ice Beam, one shots. Yeah. So that was the thing, is like, now we one shot the drag. Oh, it's a damage range. Oh, but we got it. Okay, we got freeze. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Oh my god, we got a Hyper Beam miss on the fucking... I shouldn't have used Ice Beam on it a second time. I should have used Thunderbolt. Because Dragonite is quad weak to... Yeah. I should actually be using Thunderbolt on the... Oh my god, I didn't even take any damage. Again. I haven't taken any damage since fucking Lorelei. What the hell? Alright. Pray for me. Pray for me. We're almost here. Alright. I think we Ice Beam. That's perfect. That is perfect. Means we get 0 damage coming into this. And we one-shot the Alakazam. That's huge. Okay, I think we're Not quite free. I would have preferred a Leer or a Tail Whip there, but that's fine. That didn't do that much damage. Arcanine should die to Dig. Not quite. Arcanine is very tanky. Okay, I'm actually kind of glad that we didn't get digged or tail whipped. Okay. Blastoise, just don't kill me. Yes! Whoa! Scary as hell, but we got there. Hell yeah. That was actually like really fast. Holy shit. Raticate was good. Raticate was good. All right, so level 71. So we had to get a couple of extra levels, but not too many. Okay, so I think the biggest mistake that I made in this run was teaching Ice Beam early. I think that was the biggest mistake. If I had not taught Ice Beam and kept Bubble Beam, that wouldn't have actually changed that much. Ice Beam did less damage than Body Slam against Erica, which is why I taught Ice Beam, was to deal with Erica. But Body Slam still ended up doing more damage. So if I had held off on teaching Ice Beam, what that would have done is that would have allowed me to teach Mimic for the beginning of the Pokemon for the Elite Four. Because, like, we barely ever used Ice Beam throughout the rest of the game until we got to the Elite Four, right? And very specifically, Lance. So what I could have done is have Mimic for very specifically Lorelei. Well, actually, no, we used it in Bruno, right? So we would Mimic Amnesia off of the Slowbro. Spam Amnesia on the Slowbro, because the Slowbro can't really do that much to us. Like, worst thing he can do is growl us, and if we are at ×4 like maxed out special, we don't care about our attack for the rest of that fight anyway, right? So that would have made Lorelei 100% consistent, unless we got like crit a fuck ton of times by the Dugong or something. Like, that's basically the only way that Lorelei is not consistent at that point. So had I not taught Ice Beam super early like that, I think we could have actually gotten through this with only the single death. Right? Because, like, the one death that we got to Erica, it didn't matter whether I used Ice Beam or Body Slam. I got put to sleep turn 1 and got fucked up by the victory belt. Like, there was nothing I could do at that point. So I think we could have gotten this through with one death had I made that one change. But I didn't have any way to know that before doing this. So I'm not that upset about it. It is just like, there is an optimization to be made to this run that I can very easily identify. A lot of runs, there's not really that much different that I could do except for just like grind up higher or something like that. But this one, that is definitely something that I could have done differently. To make a big difference in how it ended. All right. Let's get this thing added in. So, in-game time was 5 hours and 41 minutes. 5 hours 41 minutes. So, as I said at the beginning of the stream, here, let's do this, right? So, as you can see, Rattata 8 hours 55 minutes. Raticate 5 hours and 41 minutes. An hour, or not an hour, over 3 hours difference in game time. In game time, over 3 hours difference. 46 deaths versus 5, not 45, 5. So we lost 41 deaths between Rattata and Raticate. That is crazy. And then it was what? Oh wait, I don't need that. 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 23 seconds. Literally cut an hour and a half off of the real-time timer. And then level 79 versus level 71. We did need to get a couple of extra levels. Like I said, I think those couple of extra levels are literally just because of not having Mimic for Lorelei. Honestly, like I do think that we could have gotten through this at the normal level, which is 69. Very nice, by the way. But I do think that we could have done that at level 69 had I not, excuse me, Beedrill, 2 hours 376 minutes. What the fuck? When did that happen? I'll have to look at the timer on that video at some point and change that. I'll do that later. Yeah. Hell yeah. That fucking run was crazy good. All right, so let's save this. Let's close this. We don't need this anymore. Okay. What we do need is, where are you at? Here you are. The wheel of Pokemon selection. All right, so next week's run will be one of these guys. Let's find out what it is. Look at this. Okay, so good Pokemon that we have left on this thing. We got Poliwrath, we got Alakazam, Dugong, Kangaskhan, Electabuzz. Bad Pokemon, we got Tangela, Venonat, Raichu, Rhyhorn, Dragonair, Ammonite. So we do still have more bad Pokemon than good. By the way, Dragonite, or not Dragonite, Dragonair. Dragonair, my favorite one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. My single favorite shiny of all time. It is not that good in this game. Its stats just aren't that great. Like pseudo legendaries like Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, and basically all the rest of them, they don't really come into their own until they are fully evolved. Unfortunately, Dragonair is still relatively weak. But let's see what we got. Kind of hoping for Poliwrath. Yo, let's go! Let's go! Poliwrath, yes. Okay. Poliwrath is insanely strong. I am very much looking forward to this next week. Hell yeah. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a good one next week. That's gonna be like that's another like really fast run, honestly. I'll have to figure out something to do next week after we finish the run, because that's probably going to be another like that one's probably going to be under an hour and a half. I'm going to be honest. Poliwrath, I would be absolutely astonished if it's more than like an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, actually, because we've already done that one before, I could actually look up what the time was for it. We could close this. We don't need that. Where you at? There you are. 32 minutes? No shit. Wait. Where's Raticate? What? Raticate had as fast a time as my old Poliwrath run. Okay, we will see if Poliwrath can redeem himself. Poliwrath had more deaths. Minimum level. More deaths. Same time, basically. 536 versus 541. Okay, at least he had a higher faster in-game time. All right, this is unacceptable. Poliwrath cannot be on the same level as Raticate. That's just not acceptable. Cannot allow that. So yeah, next Tuesday we'll be doing that. We'll be doing some Poliwraths. But this week, tomorrow, here, let me save this. Tomorrow, I am going to end a little bit early. I'm like actually really hungry right now, and I'm also a little bit tired. So I think I'm going to take a nap before work and then get myself something to eat, or get myself something to eat and then take a nap. So we're going to call it here, I think. If you haven't done so already, I would ask that you hit that subscribe button. We have only 10 more before I do the stupidest Charizard run of all time, where the moveset is going to be forced eventually into Ember, Flamethrower, Fire Spin, Fire Blast. We're going to be recreating my original playthrough of Pokemon Red when I was fucking an idiot 8-year-old. I had literally all of the fire moves on my Charizard at the end of the run, and I think I had to get to like level 82 to beat the Blastoise. Because I was a fucking stupid child. So we'll see if I can do any better this time. So yeah, that's what the Charizard run at the top means. And we only need 10 more subs to get there. Yeah. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. But before that, we're not going to get this done very quickly. Tomorrow, we're going to be continuing God of War Ragnarok. We are in Alfheim still, I think. We're like leaving Alfheim. I can't remember. Basically everything before yesterday is like a blur. I don't remember much. No stream on Thursday as always. Friday and Saturday we're going to be doing more of the Loader Woder playthrough. Friday, I keep forgetting to mention this on stream. Friday is going to be a long stream. They took me off the schedule for this Friday at work, so I do not have to work this Friday. So we're going to be doing a long stream on Friday. Last week, we had just beaten the boss of Blackwater. We had just beaten the boss of Blackwater. We still had like a room or two to clear out. So we still have some stuff to do there. We are still looking for the bracers that give all of the electric spells so that we can equip that on Frodo and have him actually be usable in, you know, combat. Outside of just teleporting around all over the place. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at for this week. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm definitely getting something to eat. I'm fucking starving. Thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a good evening. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And thanks for watching. If you would like to help support the channel, you can do so by following, subscribing, joining the Discord, or maybe even checking out the Patreon or Throne links down below.